Hey everyone, this is John from Nevermore Antiques, and if you're new to the channel, I would like to say hello and I would like to welcome you. I hope you enjoy the video. What we do here on Nevermore Antiques is that I am actually a proprietor of an antique store. I run 3 antique booths, and we are full-time eBay sellers. If you want to know more about our eBay, you can follow us under Show Me Pickers. If you look down below, there will be a link to our other YouTube channel, and it tells all about what we do on eBay. I do make some of these sold videos, and I put them over here on our Nevermore Antiques, our YouTube channel for our antique store, because people really tend to like them. So every once in a while, I'll make one and I'll share it over here. And when we have a lot of sales like we've been having, I like to show this to the bigger audience because it's pretty crazy. If you look here, our sales are up 46% for the month, and our sales today were $371, and we are at about $2,200 for the week, which is absolutely fantastic. It's just fantastic. So we're going to hop in. If you notice, there are a whole lot of tabs up here at the top. We have sold a ton of stuff. So we're going to jump into this, and if at the end of the video, if you like what you see, I would appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button and the like button. That would be fantastic. So let's hop into here. We have here this first item that I've had this hanging up in my store probably since we opened back in July or June, and this was a Triple Crown print. It was by a gentleman by the name of Fred Stone. He does a lot of equestrian art. He is renowned for his equestrian art, and this sold for $239. I had about $6 in it. I bought it at Goodwill for $6. I did ship it in the frame. Something that I have started doing is I've started taking these prints out of the frame and shipping them without the frame, because most of the time people don't want the frame. What they really want is the print, and they're going to take it and have it reframed because that print or that frame is pretty dated. Next item we got here is a Pabst Blue Ribbon hat, and this is pretty cool. We sold it for, I believe it sold for $17.50. It's pretty cool. Somebody was really crafty. I didn't have much in it at all. Where did I get this from? I buy so much stuff. I think it came in at a buy, and I paid $25 for everything, so this almost paid for the whole lot. And there was a lot of really cool stuff in that. If you watched my previous video where I had the little plates and the little cars and stuff, this was part of that buy that I actually didn't show. Let's look here. I have a flush valve, $71.96, and it was about $15 to ship it. I paid $20 for it, and here's a tip. This is why you're here. You want good tips, and I'm going to give you one really good tip. Always be looking out at your Habitat for Humanity stores. I bought 5 or 6 of these there for $20 a piece, and I'm making really good money on them. So always be looking at your Habitat stores. Here's some Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio. I think I said that right. It sold for $26.36. Somebody had made me an offer on it, but I'd only listed it a couple days ago, and I wasn't really willing to take an offer on it yet. So I sold it for full price minus my 20% sale that I typically run. This item here and this item here were both Red Bud soda bottles that I picked up at an auction. I paid $1 a piece for them. I took an offer for $12 a piece shipped. So I had $8 shipping, $2 in it, so I had $10 in it. So after fees, I probably made like $10 on it. It's still pretty cool though. I mean, advertising bottles always do well for me, and if you're out, you can always keep an eye out for soda bottles. Look for small towns, not big cities, because typically your small town bottling works are a lot harder to find, and people from those communities will collect those bottles. Here's a Fisher Price Little People playset. I bought the whole table for $3, guys. $3. So this sold for actually $55 plus shipping. Here's the deal. If I have 50 cents in this, yeah, I could have gotten more if I would have waited, but I just want it gone, my man. I want this gone. I want to put that 55 bucks in my pocket so I can reinvest it into more stuff. Because my problem isn't being able to buy stuff, it's having the money to buy more stuff. So get it listed, get it sold, flip it, and move on down the road. Let's see here. This was cool. This was a Bob Allen brown hunting jacket. It's a shooting jacket. It has the pad right here for putting your gun up against. And I sold it for $47.96, which was a good deal. It's probably a little low, but it's sold and it's gone. And I'm happy. Because between those two items, that's almost $100. Well, it is. That's over $100. That now I have to reinvest back into my company. And for $100, I could buy 20 more items, and that's what we want to do. Want to build. I'm going to get to like 3,000 items before the end of next year. Here is a VCR tape, Naked Lunch. It's a horror movie. Sold it for $7.96. A couple bucks shipping. I just like VCR tapes. I mean, I don't make much, but they're cool to find. Here's a NFL jersey, Peyton Manning, Colts, number 18. That thing was listed forever. Glad it's gone. Sold it for $11.96. Probably had $2 or $3 in it. Probably picked it up at either the bins or I picked it up at Goodwill somewhere on 50% off day. Here's a sweet little car. It's Tonka Mini Scorcher. That came in with the same deal from the Paps hat. So there's another $6.36 in my pocket. On top of that, that pays for everything. Here's some nice shoes that had been listed forever. In fact, it had been listed so long ago. If you notice down there in the corner, it still has the Nevermore Antiques watermark. And you haven't been able to watermark your pictures in a while. Okay, here's another one of those. This is just the snowmobile, guys. This is just a snowmobile in the little car. I sold it for $23.96 with the little people in it. That was a sweet deal. And that was part of that $3 table buy that I got at the auction. So, what are we looking at? 55, 78, 78, almost $80. Forget about it. $3 investment. And the little wooden toys sell really well. The little 60s Fisher Price guys, they're money. Sold all of these this week. All 5 of them. Sold them for $15.16. This was a Goodwill buy. They were a Target shelf pull. And Goodwill buys in my area. They buy truckloads of Target stuff. And they pretty much, I bought them for like 50 cents or $1 a piece. Sold them for $15 a piece times 5. So you can't go wrong with that, right? What is that? 15 times 5 is 25. 5 times 10, that's 70. What? $75? Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I love it. There's some insulated underwear that I sold. I did take an offer on these. They were 40, and I took an offer for 25. They'd been laying around for a while. Had them listed for several months, and they're gone. Here's an 8-track I sold for $14.36, and here's another. Oh, that's the Pendleton jacket. I sold it. If you guys remember, I had a sale where I had paid $50 for all of these totes of Indian stuff, and I had no idea that this was even in there. Had no idea what it was worth. None. I bought this stuff. I paid $50 for everything, and I actually took an offer on this for $120. I paid $50 for all the totes, all the Indian stuff, all the plates, and this is the one item in there that I really came out on. This is, I doubled my money. The rest of the stuff wasn't that good. It was kind of moldy, kind of mildewy, and the guy that I sold it to, I got him a really good deal on a piece that he bought from me. He talked me down $100, so I think he should be pretty happy. Here's a ballast, another. I either got this at the auction or I purchased this from Habitat for Humanity. Another good item to look out for. They sell really well. Here is a small, it's a horrible picture, guys. I know, it's kind of tough. But it's a small, little 3-inch Tinkerbell. It's a Disney Tinkerbell little bell. Kind of cute. 1960s Disney, I believe. Here's a beautiful little birthday boy number 4 shirt. This is my son Judah. He's my little model for it. And we sold it for 556 and 366 shipping and handling. That's something my wife listed. It's funny. She's a funny gal sometime. I had this listed for $55.96. They made me an offer for $40, and I took it. Taking these offers is imperative, folks. I mean, especially on a holiday item. Do I want to hold on to it for a whole nother year, and maybe next year I'll get $55 out of it? No, I'll take that $15 hit, and I'll move on, because I had it listed at 70, but 70 is high mark. 70 is the high mark. And what I want to do is run my 20% sale, which takes my item from the tip top down to, like, okay, we're here at that average price. And what that does is, when I run a 20% off sale, is that people are like, he's only going to run that for like maybe a day or two. So I'm going to price my item below his $70 item, but probably above his price at $55.96. And, well, the joke's on them, because I run this sale most all the time. It's part of my strategy. Markdown sales, sell your merchandise. There's something, and it can't be 10%, it can't be 15%, 20, 25%, 30%. At 30%, you're going to be working, because you're going to be shipping a lot of stuff if your stuff's priced reasonable. Here is a cool little jug that is it was from Carthage. It's an advertisement piece. It was from a bank, and it's blown around the little penny. You put the penny in there, and it's just a cool little advertisement piece. I don't know, it's cool. And it sold for $9.95, full mark. I don't even think that the sale went on. Like, when you list an item, like after so many hours it goes on sale. Well, this item didn't even stay listed long enough for it to say 20% off. I probably listed it a little bit cheap, but it's okay. Here's a Power Rangers clock. I paid $6 for it. Sold it for $18. Made good money. Here is a 8-track. I think I took $6.50 as an offer, because they bought 2 of them and they went to the same person, so it's easy to ship. Mobile hat. This was a local buy by a friend of mine. If you're watching, Willie, thank you very much for your purchase. I will get the hat to you ASAP. We've had a lot of ice and stuff. Here is part of that DVD. I bought all of these hunting DVDs for $10. I bought probably 60 hunting DVDs for $10 at an auction, and I listed them individually, and they've been selling really well for me. Here's a Bible. I just took that was my first photo, because I wanted people to see how bad of shape it was in. So I took that photo so that they could see, and but it sold $10. Bible sell, folks. Spread the word. Bible sell. I took $30 for this, $7.51 shipping and handling. Beautiful hand carved wall sconce shelf. I bought that at the Victorian estate sale that I went to. I got it for, I think I paid $5 for it. Bigfoot versus Snakebite. Sold it for $35.96. That's sweet for a t-shirt. That's sweet. I will check. I don't buy many t-shirts from Goodwill anymore, but I do check the rack, because I bought this at my Goodwill, and I would pay $4 for that shirt all day long. But it really has cut down on me buying a lot of t-shirts from there to resell. I haven't bought many lately. We're about halfway through this. Here's a bunch of train track. I sold it for $159.96, and it all went to Canada. I've started shipping stuff to Canada. I'd like to thank Nate Dizzy for turning me on to the pirate ship. The pirate ship, what do they call it? It's the whatever rate, the simple export rate. I'd heard Lonnie Honeycutt talk about it over at Garage Flips, but Nate's the one that really spent time with me. Every day I'm hustling. He's on the Entrepreneurs Morning Show, if you watch that. And he is a good friend of the show, and he helps me out quite a bit with that. He spent some time with me, and I really appreciate that, Nate. Whiskey in My Water, Tyler Farr shirt. Sold it for $8.76. Whatever. Here's another one of those hunting DVDs. Sold it for $10.36. If you notice, now I'm in the clear. I've already made my money back on those. 2 DVDs in, and everything else is profit. Here is a Ertl tractor. I didn't know what model this was. I actually had to do some research and figure out that it was a 2030 utility tractor. I didn't have much in it. Had $2 or $3. Sold for $15.16. Here is a set of 6 DVDs. They shipped for probably $4, and I, in the money. Green, got that green. Miami U had this listed for a while. $15.96 and $7.32 shipping. Glad to see it go to a new home. I guess you really don't need a whole lot of long sleeve shirts in Miami. Probably not. I'm sure the sweater game is pretty weak there. I bought this. Actually came in the lot of stuff that I bought for $25. I took an offer on it for $10, and I sent it. It went to April Davis. She's a great lady. She's having a rough time. She's currently going through chemo, and I'm going to post her. If you've made it this far, I'm going to post her GoFundMe down below. She's a single lady that lives in California, and she really is having struggles. She's currently going through chemo, and she's on what they call the Red Devil, and it's just really bad. So if you guys could help her in any way, just if you feel it's on your heart, it's the holiday season. I'll put the link. I'll pin the link to her GoFundMe to the top of the page, and just throw a little Christmas cheer her way. This is Dr. Grabo pipe filters. I bought them at an estate sale. I paid literally $1 for them. I got these. None of them worked. None of the wind-up worked, but they came in on that $25 purchase that I made at the store, and I sold them for $15.96 plus shipping. They're Galoob. The same people that made Galoob, the same people that made Micro Machines, but they're from 1979, so they're going on 41 years old. How do you know I know that real quick? Or how did you think that I know that real quick? Because I was born in 1979. Here's a huge lot of various Lions Club pins, a collector's pin lot. I've had these listed for 2 years, and golly, I've been busting the price down on them, and I was just glad to see them go. Here is a youth pad. I don't know if it was hockey or football or what. I paid $3 for it. Sold it for $14.36 plus shipping on top. Here is, this is kind of cool. Ask Bubby, and apparently it's a Jewish grandmother doll. And I've been selling these. I bought them. It was kind of a bad buy, and I've been finally. I got one left. Actually, I got 2 left because somebody bought one and they haven't paid for it yet. These Sirocco gold shelves, I always do well with these. You'll see these a lot at Goodwill. If you see them in a pair, they're worth picking up. You can typically get about $25 a set for them with shipping. So, I mean, you're looking at that $27.32, and they normally would mark those for $1 or $2. Here is some steamboat stuff, paperwork. It was a Delta Queen. It was a steamboat that used to run on the Mississippi. And now, I don't know if it's been permanently docked somewhere, but I've never seen it. But this is all the ticket and paperwork. Ephemera, $31.96. Who knew? Maybe we took like a $25 offer for it, but it's paperwork. That's crazy. $25 for just paper. Awesome. Here is a top. I showed you guys this the other day. It was one of the items that I bought in that $25 lot. It's crazy. That was the $25 that just kept on giving, because this one sold for $47.96. That's insane. I would have never thought that about this game, but $7.51 shipping and handling, and it was all there. Again, Bibles to bucks, $11.96, $3.27 shipping and handling on top, and it found a good home. I hate throwing these away. I'll put them in big lots and I sell them on eBay, or I'll donate them. I have a whole bunch of them up front of my antique store right by the register where I give them away for free. That, or I put them in lots on eBay and sell them for like just enough to cover shipping and handling. But if I do find one that I can make 10, 11, 12 bucks off of, I will pop that thing up on there and try to find it a good home. I sold 2 or 3 of these I sold 3 of them. They sold for, all 3 of them sold for 75 bucks. They all went to the same person. Must be an Amazon person. Probably bought them and is going to flip them on Amazon. Because I don't see why anybody would need that many of those. These went out of the country. I don't know where they went to. I want to say I don't know exactly where they went to, but they went out of the country to like Finland or something like that. But they sold for $55.96 plus shipping, which was cool. That was global shipping though. This is this was a Coleman ski rack. Goes on top of your car. Sold it for $20.76 and $7.61 shipping and handling. Pretty good deal. We're almost done, folks. Here's a chess set. These were some goofy looking chess figures, but they sold. They sold. So I got $19.96 out of them, and they gone. So that worked out good for me. I was happy to see them go. Here's a transformer. I sold it for 10 bucks. I said that it works great, but I don't know how I knew that. How would I know that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would have known that. Hopefully, I don't have a problem getting that back, because I don't know if it worked great, because I couldn't have tested it. Probably just listed somebody else's listing and forgot to edit the title. See, that can get you in trouble. Here again is another one of these darts. We sold all of those. Here's a hat. I took an offer for 14 bucks. I had it listed for 25, but I actually had $40 in a load of hats, and my wife's been listing them, so I wanted to get them. I just wanted to get them gone, honestly. And I want to make money. I'm not a museum. I'm not into collecting anything other than dead presidents. Another Bible, 716. Banging them Bibles out, getting them out. Ashland hat, that's really cool. Another hat that I took $16 offer on it, plus shipping on top. And finally, I have an Xbox 360 Guitar Hero guitar. And that's it, folks. That was a grand total of $1,580 that I had sold on eBay. And I think the last time I did a video was here, and some of this, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, 17. So like over a period of 4 days, we did almost 1,600 bucks in sales on eBay. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have not, and you think that my channel is worth your subscribe, I would just love for you to go down there and just bang on that subscribe button and maybe hit the notification bell. I know that I'm not as pretty as some of the other eBay YouTubers out there, but hey, I'm going to love you a long time. So, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good night. Keep on digging. Keep on picking. God bless you guys. And remember, the family that picks together sticks together. Good night.